Do you know the difference between empathy and sympathy? My name is Robin Golden, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about why I believe it's important to be empathetic. So to give you a little bit of background, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids, and I've always taught my kids that it's important to be not just kind to others, but to be empathetic to others. So I'm going to talk about 3 things, 3 main points. 1, why is it important to be empathetic? And how can empathy affect, or lack of empathy affect, personal relationships? And why is empathy important for human connectivity? So the first thing is, why is it important to be empathetic? And what exactly is it to be empathetic? Empathy is different than sympathy. Empathy is taking yourself, stepping outside of yourself, and trying to view and understand the person's feelings through their eyes. So it is different than feeling sorry for someone. I can tell you that for years I worked with the disability community, and I can tell you that people that are disabled, they don't want you to be sympathetic towards them. They don't want you to feel sorry for them. What they want is for you to feel empathy. And sympathy is sympathizing with someone else's situation, saying, oh yeah, I'm sorry that happened to her. Oh, I'm sorry that's happening to you. That's not the same thing as empathy. Empathy is stepping outside of yourself and really trying to see what the other person is seeing and feeling through their eyes. So a lack of empathy can really cause a lot of problems in your personal relationships. To give one example, if you're in a relationship and you do all of the work, you're doing all of the housework, maybe you work full-time, maybe you're in school full-time, and you're picking the kids up and doing everything for them while your spouse is sort of chilling, maybe, watching Netflix or texting or playing video games, and they may feel bad that you're doing all this work, but they're not really stepping up to help you because they don't understand how you're feeling. They don't understand how you feel overwhelmed. So if you're in a relationship with someone that lacks empathy, they may not care because they may not see your side of things. And another example is take at work, at the office. If your coworker constantly comes in late and they constantly leave early and they're not picking up their share, you're probably not going to want to work there very long because you're doing all the work. That person isn't seeing things through your lens. Like, how would they feel if you were to do that to them? So you can see that a lack of empathy can really be stressful on personal relationships. And the other thing I wanted to touch on would be just the human connectivity part of empathy. We're at a time right now where our country is very polarized and very divided on many issues. And I don't want to get political, but we all know that there have been a series of sort of natural disasters lately. There's been flooding in some parts of the country. There are hurricanes. We also know that there are earthquakes, other natural disasters that not just happen in our country but around the world. In America, we have a lot of refugees because there are wars happening in other parts of the world. Now, if you just step outside of yourself and think how it must feel to have lost everything that you have in a hurricane, and you have nothing, and so you're sort of relying now on the kindness of other people and agencies to help you. And having empathy means actually caring about what happens to people, and not turning a blind eye on their situation, because that could happen to anybody. And it's not just feeling sorry and saying, oh yeah, I'm really sorry that that happened to those people, or I'm really blessed that, our house wasn't affected. Well, you may feel blessed because your house was affected, but someone else lost theirs. And it's just important for us to really take ourselves outside of who we are and try to see things from that other person's point of view. And it's really important because that connects us as humans. And if we show empathy towards other people, whether it be someone who's displaced from their country or someone that's displaced from their home, let's not judge them, and just show them a little bit of caring, and try to understand what that person is going through. So that's really all I have to say, and I hope you have learned something from this video, and I hope now you understand the difference between feeling sorry for somebody and stepping outside of yourself and trying to see the situation through their eyes. Thank you. And finally, I would like to cite my source for this speech, and I got this information from Douglas LeBeer, PhD. The article was found in Psychology Today, and it was written on April 12th, 2010.